Hi, this is Dan Henk, and welcome to another edition of the Skull Sessions. And today, my guest is Kevin Davis. That's
Yes, sir.
correct? All right. So, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just keep him busy. How you doing, man?
Good, good. So you have a comic book out now. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, my new comic called Hallowfien. I just released it on Kickstarter a few days ago, this past Friday, actually. So it's a two-part story. This Kickstarter is part one. The story is it's about two killers that dressed up in clown suits, going around social media, finding victims to kill. They're just like random. They don't care who you are or what you do. But the lore of it at the beginning, it was twin brothers named Evan and Ethan. They call themselves the duplicate killers because they're twin brothers.
Right.
And they wear the exact same clown costume. Um, but but the thing is, they've been dead for years in the story, and so there's now two new killers doing the exact same thing as Evan and Ethan. But this time, these two killers are going after a group of friends. So it's like they're trying to up the ante, or is this, or and you're trying to figure out why this friend group, like how are they connected, or if they're connected at all, or are they just playing cat and mouse, because they're like either are they fans of the original killers and they want to be famous or like famous like them in a way, or are they potentially related to Ethan and Evan or something more sinister?
So they're copycat killers, but like we're not quite sure about what the tie to the original duo was.
Basically, yeah. And
Okay,
how
is this an ongoing story? Or is it like you just started and you have arc planned?
Yeah, right now I have this as a two-part arc. But as I like keep writing and working on it, it might be a trilogy, and I'm thinking I'll probably stop right there for this main core of characters. But at some point I might it depends on how I feel after writing all for potentially three, and I'll see if I expand the universe to like do like spin-offs of in the same universe of Halloween, or just different characters. I'm thinking about making a trilogy of anthologies potentially for this universe.
Okay, and it's a comic book, right?
Yes, sir.
And you have it up on crowdfunding platform right now, like Kickstarter.
Yes, sir. Yes, I don't get started right now.
Okay, so what would people look for? What's the link?
Wait, so you go to Kickstarter/Halloween, where you can find that.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'll put it up, but we
yeah,
also do an audio version, so I just want people to be able to find it.
gotcha.
So, the artwork in the series, is it black and white? Is it color?
No, it's gonna be all color, all color.
Okay, and who's the artist? Are you the artist? Did you hire someone?
Oh no, I'm not the artist. I just wrote it, read it. I wanted to draw since I was a kid, but learning comics, that's a whole different type of thing. Writing is my strong suit, but my artist is Leandro Francino, based out in Argentina. Uh,
Okay.
he he dude, when I tell you, he has amazing art. When he read the script, he just went dived in to creating the pages, and it just came out so beautiful. And I'm excited for people to get it. And I'm going to hope people love the story.
Okay, how did you find him?
We met about 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago now on Fiverr, the or Fiverr or Fiverr, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
How
I
how's
think
it?
Fiverr. Yeah.
Yeah, I met him on Fiverr, and we just I the way I do, I try to interview people as if I can be a friend with you first before I think about a business partnership.
Right, if
But
there's like a relationship, a
yeah,
mutual communication bond. Yeah.
yeah. Especially if, like I really love your art, and I'm thinking like long-term partnership. So I want to see like can we be friends? So we actually collaborate together, and we both having fun on the project. And then I met Leandro on Fiverr, and we just became friends instantly because one, we both love horror. We're both completely nerds, and we just
Uh,
became friends instantly. And then I gave him the stories I'm working on. He just instantly became interested, and we just talked every single day. And we've been friends since, and now we're working together.
Yeah, my girl calls me a nerd all the time. She's like, "You are such a nerd." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, yeah."
Yeah.
Um, so what's the plan? Like you have two issues planned right now. Um, was it
Mhm.
going to extend further beyond that? Like this, you're going to see where this goes first, and then like,
Mhm.
what's the plan?
Yeah, right now my plan is I'm releasing two parts. This Kickstarter is part one, and as we're working on part two. Right now wanting us two parts. Like I said earlier, it potentially might be a trilogy because there is a lot of lore that I'm putting into this one. So I'm trying to see. Basically, I'm trying to see how I feel if I need to add some more to it, or if I think this would be a satisfying ending for a two part. So right now it's two parts, but it's potentially going to be a trilogy.
Okay, and how long is each part?
So part one is 24 pages.
Okay,
Part two, it probably depending on how much it's probably about 30 pages or so.
okay.
Because there's a lot more I'm putting in. So, but it could also change when the art gets into it because sometimes artists think we might have to split a page. But so I'll say about 24 and 35 pages ish.
And do you have like there's some like kind of like killer clown movies where it's like more like Art the Clown where it's just like as
Mhm.
much graphic violence as we can throw in your face, and then you have some that are more like I don't know, like Pennywise from It, where it's like a more complex story. How do you approach it?
Oof. I drink a lot of Coke and Pepsi when I'm ready. Um, but the way I approach it, I try to make it. I try to challenge myself and like not make it be so predictable. So yes, I try to make it complex, but also make it not as crazy to make your head explode, as with the headache or something. But with Hallowfien, I was inspired like by Pennywise actually, and
Okay.
by Halloween and like by Scream because I have bits and pieces of evidence of supernatural horror, murder mystery horror, and slasher horror. I do promise it's not like a gore porn fest like Terrifier, because I'm always more on like the story side of things. I want to make sure that the gore you do see makes sense with the story. Because when I try to do like those type of scenes, I want you to feel the emotions of the characters. I want you to feel for the characters, and
Yeah,
I
I
should,
always feel that's like a lot more intense if there's like a story behind it. So like
yeah,
you watch Terrifier, you're like, okay, this girl is getting sawn in half, but you're like,
yeah,
who is this girl? Where'd she come
yeah,
from? What's the backstory? Like that would make it much more intense, I
yeah.
feel.
Yeah, that's how I approach everything I write, and I'm always story first before I get to the action.
Right.
To everything flows very well, and so it actually because I want every character to be relatable somebody somehow. So and I want you to be pissed at characters. I want you to love characters. I want you to feel sorry for characters.
Right.
Hey, I want you to be pissed at me for writing the characters because you love it so much. So that's basically how I try to approach my writing every time I'm writing a story. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like that's more intense vibe. Like I don't know if you saw the movie Martyrs.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
so you watch Martyrs, and you're like, that poor fucking girl. So when horrific stuff happens, where like it just started in like the middle of the movie, you'd be like, yeah, you don't feel the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So, going back to your artist, what's his style like? Like, if you had to compare his style to another artist, like more Mike Mignola or Neil Adams, or is there somebody that you would kind of say he's like in that vein?
He's more like a manga style. Uh,
Okay.
I think it's like Western manga or manga type of style art. That's why I actually started talking to him because I fell in love with manga.
But you don't do the pages backwards?
Well, maybe,
Maybe
maybe.
you'll find out.
Yeah, maybe you never know. But yeah, but yeah, but he adapts to like so many different styles. If I ask him to, but for Well, this story, I told him to stick with the manga style because it looks better than I expected, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
So I think it's like a mixture of like American style and manga style in a way. So yeah.
Okay. It's weird because there used to be kind of like a Marvel Comics, DC Comics style, but I feel like that's kind of expanded a lot. With like Simon Bisley got in there, and like so all these people got in there and they like brought their own style.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
But if you had to like kind of compare it to something, what would not say it's a ripoff, but just say, hey, if you're interested in this, you'd also want to check out my stuff. So if there was like another series out there that you feel is kind of the same vibe, what would it be?
It's a good question. Um, as the same vibe as the art style of my artist or like my story.
Well, or both, just the experience of reading it. Would it be
Uh,
like more like along the lines of Preacher or Dark Knight or like Watchmen or The Boys? Like, what are you thinking?
Definitely not the boys. Um, I probably would say the intensity of like the Dark Knight in a way,
Okay,
and like the intensity of and like a bit of darkness like Daredevil.
okay.
So yeah.
Well, I think most people are a fan of both. I am.
Yeah.
So you have the Kickstarter campaign. You also have a website where people can look at it.
Yeah. My website is keviside.com, where it's spelled KEVISYDE.com.
Okay. And what about the artist? Does he sell like original artwork or do you have like signed copies available?
He has a portfolio where you can see all his art. He has like an art station portfolio, I think it's called.
Okay.
I don't know if he sells art himself. But that's not my domain for what he does.
Well, I know an art station, like I'm on that. I know people can contact you off that.
Yeah, but
They're like,
maybe
hey, such and such. And there are a lot of scammers, so you have to be careful. But yeah.
I've dealt with so many scammers when I first started here. This is my fourth year in comics, and I've dealt with thousands of scammers trying to like tell me they want to try to do my book, and I'm just like, dude, that's not your art. I know who art that is, you idiot.
Yeah.
Like even artists that works with me, I make a comment on somebody's post. They text me. He's like, dude, that artist is a scammer. Don't trust it because this art
Right.
is a person. I was like, really? I was like, thank you. I was like, even my artists are protecting me. I was like, dude, it's crazy out here. These scammers is ridiculous.
Yeah, I keep getting it with people that want to buy NFTs. Like
Oh,
it's like, yeah, just donate this much to my website to like quote mint it, and then I'm like, no, dude, I'm not giving you shit.
thank
So,
you.
so if people want to check out your stuff, the best is the Kickstarter campaign, or like you're on Facebook as well. Would they check out your Facebook
Yeah,
page?
yeah. My
What's the best
Facebook.
way for people to see what we have going on?
Well, first, my Facebook is I am Kevin Davis CEO. And then you
Okay.
see me on Instagram at I am Cam Davis Official. So that's where I post everything I'm doing from comics to my clothing designs to being on podcasts as well, and just everything I'm doing. But I post most on my Facebook and my Instagram. So yeah.
Okay, do you have any stretch goals with the campaign? Like, a lot of times people have like plushies or stickers or all sorts of stuff.
For this campaign, I have a Hallowfien book, and then I have my first two comics, Arcfire issue 1 and 2 on there too. If you missed the Arcfire campaign, you can also get the Arcfire books on my Halloween campaign. And I've also put in my lifestyle horror magazine on there if you want to get that with the Halloween book. Um, and I also put a shirt and hat of the clown on the on the Kickstarter. I'm like, if you want to, and when you want to feel like a killer while you're reading, you grab a shirt or a hat.
Whatever you want to do, I'm not responsible.
Yeah, it's like that is up to you. But yeah, and I didn't press too much merch on this one because I'm like, not only a lot of people like do merch, so but I put like a simple shirt and a hat just in case somebody might be interested because you never
Right.
know. But like, I usually do like journals and stuff, but I might wait for like I might do that again on my next book. But right now it's just books and like a shirt and a hat.
Okay.
So yeah.
So in all those are they separate items you can buy, or are they add-ons, or are they stretch goals? Um, how do
Oh,
you approach it?
so the way I set it up, or you can actually there's a tier where it's called like the Hallowfien arc combo, where it's my Hallowfien issue one plus my arc fight issue 1 and 2, where you can buy them all together in one tier. And then I have another tier that's the book and the shirt, and then another tier that's a book shirt, that's a book and the hat, and and then you can actually buy all 4 books in one in another tier. But then, but I think I believe, but you also can just buy the single book itself and then add on whatever else you want to add on to. So yeah.
I know one thing apparently a lot of people are concerned with Kickstarter is like giving money and then not getting a product. Like so you kind of have to say like what I did is like my stuff has already been produced, like it's ready to go. So is that what you're doing?
Yep. But yeah, later the money I'm raising for this, it's just to print the book.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, the shirt and the hat is already they're ready to go. They're already produced. The magazine's already produced. And like now I just need to print the books.
Okay, is
And
it also going to be available on like Amazon or like any sort of
it
place where
will
you could? Yeah,
yep.
okay.
After I fulfill the Kickstarter and everyone who backs Kickstarter get their stuff, I would then go and upload it to Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and other places where you can also buy it online. So yeah. And even on my website too.
Or like what I say is like find bookstores everywhere.
Yes, exactly.
All
I was like, exactly, yeah. So yeah.
right, and so I won't keep you here all day, but I have another question. So if people, they got the vibe of like, okay, it's horror, it's manga. Is there
Mhm.
something else that like something they can grab onto? They say, oh, it's like that. I like that. I buy it.
Is that something to grab onto?
Yeah, like they go, oh, I like I don't know, I like the Art of the Clown series, or I like the like the Descent series, or the Murder series, or whatever. I'm just saying if there's something that they could kind of like compare it in their head to.
Gotcha. Okay. One, I say if you like Welcome to Derry, the it show Welcome to Derry,
Okay,
and if you love Halloween, if you like Scream, heck, if you like clowns, period, honestly.
so it's
Um,
kind of like that vibe, but like in a manga comic book.
it's a mixture of different type of horror elements because it's not just your normal slasher. It's a slasher plus a murder mystery plus a supernatural horror thriller. So yeah, it's a mixture of different things.
Okay, and if people went on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles and they looked for this, what would it be under?
It would be under Hallowfien under my name, Kevin Davis.
Okay, and when will it be available on those platforms? Is it like first Kickstarter and then you'll put it on that, or is it there now?
No, after Kickstarter, because my Kickstarter goes until March. So after I get everything from Kickstarter and everything set up for my backers there, then I'll set them up on Amazon, and they have their own type of process. So I'll just post around when they process on their websites.
Okay, awesome. So everybody, give this guy money, buy his shit, and do you have anything else you want to throw out there to the social sphere?
Just follow me on Facebook and Instagram to be updated on with everything I do.
All right,
And also check
cool,
out my
man.
website.com.
Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it, and definitely coming here next time you want to pitch something.
Yes, sir.